Okay.
That guy sponsor us. If he loses the next election, he'll probably have to.
Do you think he'll actually win a primary? He's not really campaigning, even though he said he's running for president. He declared his intention to run just to escape prosecution.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's not really doing anything other than releasing NFX cards.
Is that a thing?
What?
That he can't be prosecuted now that he's a candidate? That's not a thing.
You have to you have to clear a lot of hurdles to be prosecuted.
Because they're still talking about indictments and stuff. I mean,
right. I think it has to be cleared by, I think, the Attorney General of the United States for him to be prosecuted.
Well, I guess Trump is screwed then. I
feel like they're really trying to make sure that it doesn't look political to prosecute somebody who might be your political opponent. But he's done crimes.
He's done crimes. That's the thing.
He's crimed all over the place.
That's very true. Hang on, I have to write that down. He's crimed all over the place. But no, that's the thing. You can do until you're blue in the face, try to not make it look political. Anybody that supports him is going to immediately say that's political.
Exactly.
So
he got a well done crime with a side of crime. He crimes. He
got a crime burger with a side of crimes.
Yes.
And a chocolate crime shake.
And a large crime.
Yeah, exactly. A chocolate crime shake
with a side of baked crime.
Oh, and then apple crime for dessert.
And then he went and took a crime.
The biggest crime. He takes the best crimes.
Yeah, he takes the best crimes. He's like, I crime so good. I'm not gonna even do a Donald Trump.
I crime so good. I do the best crimes. Believe me, nobody does better crimes than me. Believe me.
Nobody incites violence better than me.
That's facts, boy.
Nobody assembles a mob to attack our nation's capital better than me.
All right.
Crimes. Hashtag crime.
Hashtag crimes, everybody. Take that home with you tonight. Hashtag crimes.
Where's Rudy?
He's gone into hiding, that man.
It's what he should have done 3 years ago.
I was going to say
he took so much goodwill and just flushed it down the toilet. He was...
he was America's mayor, for God's sake.
He was kind of like a laughable person, really, up until then. And then 9/11 happened, and he showed legitimate leadership, and he just squandered it. Oh my God!
And really, 9/11 couldn't have happened at a better time for him because
he was on his way out of office.
So he came out of the ring with his hands in the air,
and he'd had a huge scandal, where hey, you married your cousin.
Yeah, all of that got swept under the rug because America, and he was amazing.
He should have retired right then,
and he should have never done anything. Well, he ran for president in 2008.
Yeah,
and even then, he seemed like a decent candidate. I remember saying, I don't want him to be the candidate at that time. I looked at the field of candidates, and you remember that back in the day when you could look at a field of Republican candidates and go, I don't really want any of these people to win, but if he did, it would be okay. If he won, it would be okay. Like John McCain, if he won, it'd be fine. If Rudy won, became the candidate and won, they'd be fine. But you're glad that Obama won, and I was, and you can't do that anymore. You look at the sea of candidates, and you're like, oh my God, these are the people that want to be president, and it's frightening.
Although I remember Joe Biden, actually, of all people, put out one of the more memorable sound bites about Rudy Giuliani as
what did he
was
say?
Well, Rudy's big thing is that he was mayor of New York City when the World Trade Center was attacked.
Yeah.
And during one of the Democratic primary debates, Joe Biden was just he's like, Rudy Giuliani. He's he's only capable of saying one sentence, a noun, a verb, and 9/11. He's like, there's nothing else. And
I was there on 9/11.
I remember the news media kind of took him to task for that, but I was in high school. I was like, that's a pretty sick burn for an old man.
Yeah, it's not wrong either. But back then, even that, but In the last decade, we saw Rudy Giuliani go from America's mayor to America's loon.
And like potentially treasonous America's mayor.
He lost.
Let's have trial by combat. That guy.
He lost his license. He's a mess.
And he likes getting drunk.
And he likes to let his hair dye run down his head.
That was just that wasn't even really funny.
No, it was funny.
It was funny
It was
funny when I first saw it, but when I just see still pictures of it now, he just looks like a crazy person.
Oh no, it looks awful, but it was hilarious in the moment, standing out there.
What he's doing, I remember him doing his my cousin Vinny impersonation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many figures am I holding up? And then it just starts dripping.
Exactly. That was when he was doing his greatest hits, because he also did, of course, the press conference in front of the Four Seasons lawn care.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was great stuff.
That's still funny.
That's still great stuff. Like, he was hitting all the notes. Like, he can go on tour with just those two songs, and everybody will pay money to go.
Like,
# crimes.